glad that the brothers on the rise now. Endless celebrations all in my house. Levitating now, I'm super duper fly now. London boy, but DC where I reside now. Put the time in while you always yelling time out. And for quit it, cause I know I'm coming with it. You were sitting, you were wishing I was handling my business. Now I got the ball like Harry Potter playing Quidditch. And my business so humongous, you would think that happens in it. Oh man, I'm all that, yeah, I'm all that. Looking for that whip, yeah, that what you call that. I'ma blow up in the summer, have them yelling fall back. And I've always been ahead like an effing ball cap. Man, I came in the game like, whoa. Got a couple chains on me cause I like gold. They told me I'm the best and I told them I know. Cause when I'm in your town, every ticket I sold. Yeah, they saying I'm the man. Facts, bro. Lot of haters, tell me where they at though. I'm the new pop, all I do is rap though. Want me on your song, throw a couple stats, yo. Everybody wanna do the same thing. That's why we ain't on the same page. Do my own thing and I maintain. Flow like water, so I'm going mainstream. I'm going mainstream. Flow like water, so I'm going mainstream. Yeah, I'm going mainstream. Flow like water, so I'm going mainstream.
We back at it. It's your favorite channel, PBK9's Dog Talking News for the day. Giving it to my brothers the way I always do. Fair and unbiased, raw and uncut. Some gonna like it, some ain't. Like I always say, big shout out to everybody taking care of them dogs across the country, across the world, across the globe, man. Big salute to the brothers and sisters down in the chat. Anybody that's watching the video, anybody that's listening right now, and like I said, that take care of them pets. Today, what we're gonna talk about, man. What's going on, Tony Smith? What's going on with you? Big salute to you in the building, man. What we're going to talk about today is them Kobe dogs. Kobe against the world. Basically, what I'm going to do, man, because we always say the Tutors, Dabo, and the Kobe stuff is pretty much in everybody dog. And one thing I want to do, and this is not discrediting nobody dogs today or big up in nobody dogs. What we're going to do is we're going to actually see some of these famous dogs and the more well-known dogs from the past. We're going to see how much Kobe do they really have in them. Because a lot of these dogs, and we can look at how they breed. We can look at, when we say, why does these dogs breed in this way and these dogs breed in this way? We're going to look at these dogs. A lot of these dogs don't have any Kobe in them at all. And then we're going to look at the ones that does have the Kobe in them and see, do it may affect, their offspring, and the stuff that they're breeding. What's going on with your Ken Lightning? Big salute to Ken Lightning in the building. Superline, North Florida, Game Dogs in the building for show. Show enough. What's going on with your? Big salute to you, my brother. Yes, sir. Now, the first thing I want to do, is put this red boy up here on the screen. And I'm going to use red boy to start it off with. We're going to go off the pair that they got up here. Whether it's right or wrong or whatever, we're going to go off that. Now, you always hear me say, I feel like Red Boy should be in the top 5 when it comes to rum dogs in general, just production in general, just because of the fact that he is maybe, arguably one of the most utilized lines in modern day time, to add with anybody or any other line. Now, when you look at his pedigree, you see the Kobe dogs back there. He's a real heavy bred Kobe dog. And going off the article that Miss Marlowe wrote years ago, he's Kobe with your old family red in it and some trice stuff. All right. So the thing is, I'm showing you the amount of Kobe that's in Red Boy. And don't forget Red Boy's production level. That's going to be one of the standards throughout this conversation right here. Now we got a heavy presence of Kobe and a heavy production level. Now, the next thing I want to do is I maybe found out what's wrong with them Eli dogs. What I'm saying? I maybe found out because I'm not sure of the Kobe level when it comes to that stuff. Now, what I want to do, like I said, this ain't the down nobody dogs. We just going to actually look at these dogs all the way around the board, not just one particular, but all the dogs, and actually see how much Kobe these dogs got in them. Now, I already looked at a lot of these dogs just to make sure, beforehand, but I could have missed some dogs time to time. But Boudreaux's Eli, he does not have any Kobe in him, and you can go back all the way back. Right now we at the Feelies dog. So we seeing the Feely stuff, and we just on the top dog in the fourth generation of Eli, which was Hubbard's Bounce. You know, the Heinzel dog, no Kobe, more Feely stuff. Now we go back. The Eli's still in Eli's fourth generation, Tudor's Dabo. He has no Kobe in him at all. All Feelies. Tudor's Mini. I mean, the fourth generation of Eli, Tudor's Mini. And once you get to looking at a lot of these pedigrees, I won't have to break each one of them down because you will see it and remember it and know it's no Kobe leading to this stuff. We got the Carvino's Gimp. That's going back Tudor's Turk, Williams Grip, and more Feely stuff. Still, we see no Kobe's dogs. And we looking at Eli's pedigree. And we going all the way back to generation. See, we don't really give credit what credit's due. We try to make it like Kobe and Mr. Tudor and maybe Mr. Lightning and several more of them are the only ones that actually had the dogs throughout the country. It's just like it is now, except, just as many people didn't have them like they got now. But as far as a lot of the people had them dogs, not just those brothers. That's why when you look at these pedigrees, you see a lot of names you really don't know. Here's those Arizona Pete. Arizona Pete is going back to more Covino stuff. Let me check right here. Lawrence is Smoky. Lawrence is Smoky. He's still not going back to any Kobe dog. We haven't bumped into one Kobe dog in Eli yet, all the way back to the 1900s. And like I said, that's pretty much it because I know there's no no Kobe in Eli. And like I said, that's not to say he's bad or good. We're just looking at which dogs actually have the Kobe dogs in them, and is that something a desirable line of dogs that brother need to be added into their dogs? We're gonna kind of go past some of these more modern famous dogs, and like I said, and see which ones that actually produced in our time, and how many of them had Kobe in them. Now, the next dog we're gonna check out. The next one we're gonna check out is gonna be Bolio. We're gonna check out Bolio. Now, when it comes to Bolio and Eli, who do y'all brothers feel like was the better producer between Bolio and Eli, and the better performer between Bolio and Eli? All right, we got Bolio up there. Ken Lightning say Carvino had staffs. All right, we got that Bolio up there. And when it comes to Bolio, he got a splash of Kobe in him. Bolio has a splash of Kobe in him, and it's through, let me see. It's at least 10% or lower. But he got some in him. Right there, you see the Lightner dogs. The Hensel's KO. Hensel's KO is a Kobe dog. Okay, so that's the only place Bolio has Kobe coming in him through. I done checked all the other dogs through the Hensels or Heinzel's KO, however you pronounce it. Bolio has the Kobe in him, and we all know Bolio's production level as well as his performance level. So while we may say in modern day time, oh, we wanted to weed away from the Kobe stuff, if you really look at these pedigrees, it's Kobe had a lot of haters out there in the early 1900s and the 1940s, 50s, and 60s and stuff like that. A lot of folk wanted to do what Mr. Colby was doing, so they was going outside of what he was doing and getting their strain of bulldogs. At the same time, trying to shun him like his bulldogs are not as athletic or not as game as their bulldogs are. Like I said, we got about 10% or less in this Bolio dog right here. Now, let's go to Chinaman and check Chinaman out. And all we searching for is Colby's dogs. Now, when we look at Chinaman, we look at the Boudreaux stuff right here at the top of the fourth. All that, none of that has Colby in it, because we know that's the Eli stuff. We already checked that. None of that has Colby. Now we go to Eli's pistol. That's coming down off the Hubbard's bounce and the Carvino stuff. No Colby. Carver's D. Carver's D is more Hubbard's bounce and Tudor's Dabo stuff on the bottom. And Williams Red Sandy. Still no Colby in the dogs. And we in the early 1900s by now. All right. Now, as we stroll down, we see Hooten's Butcher Boy. Hooten's Butcher Boy has the Heinzel's KO dog that we just seen that has a little bit of Colby in it just a few seconds ago. So we know he has some Colby in him right there. Let's check Heinzel Tony out. That's a Lightner dog. Check out Kern's Red Tiger. It's not a Colby dog. Tudor stuff in it. Still don't see no Colby, and I'm clicking. Okay. Like I said, we looking at Chinaman. Crenshaw's Reno. He has a tad bit of 2 Colby dogs in him right there, which made Colby's dime. And that's another thing. Which Colby dogs do y'all think, just in y'all opinion, may have been the more the better producers or the more important dogs? We know we hear talk about dime all the time. But other than dime. But we do see dime right there in that dog. Carver's pistol. That's more the Hubbard's bounce. So we see maybe 1 or 2 dogs that has the Colby in it in the Chinaman. You see his production level and you see his performance level. And we talking about over a 30-year period of time. Now, here go another dog that's going to be a little more closer. Ferguson Centipede. Now, we all heard that production level of this, the performance level of this dog. We see him in quite a few people pedigrees. Colby at the top of the fourth. Tudor stuff. Lightner's Vic. The Lightner stuff. That dog there got a bunch of Colby blood in it. Coming off the Lightner stuff. As you can see on the bottom side. And we talking about Centipede. Allen's Fighting Tyke. Colby dog. On top. So we see Centipede has quite a bit of that Colby stuff in him. Colby in that as well on the bottom side. Even though we got unknowns on the top, Colby on the bottom side. So, the dogs with heavy Colby in them, we have yet to while we have people that, that speak bad on the Colby stuff being game, when we see the stuff that got the Colby lines in it, have been proven performers. You know, where did that talk come from? Who created that talk? Now, when we go we done went to Red Boy. We know Red Boy's coming off the Kobe stuff. So we know Grand Champion Yellow is gonna be full of Kobe blood. Through the Red Boy stuff, and it's I'm gonna check Jocko in a minute just to check him out all the way through with the Kobe stuff because he's coming down off the Mayfield. Now, the next dog I want to check out is Tombstone. Now, when you look at Tombstone, you see Hubbard's bounce at the top. You know that's not coming off the Kobe stuff. Tudor's John in the fourth generation on the bottom side. That's not coming off the Kobe stuff. It got a little Kobe's Mabel in it right there in the fourth generation. Got some Kobe's Mabel in the fourth generation. Let me check this dog. Okay, we got Kobe in that one in the back. Like I said, it's Tombstone. PR Coons Jack. Through that Jeff dog, we see the Kobe stuff as well. This Jeff dog right here has the Kobe stuff in him. And right now, in this particular pedigree that you're looking at, so anybody will kind of know about dating wise, when we're looking at these dogs right here in this pedigree, we talking about in the early 1900s right now. We're not even in the 70s and the 60s. We're in the early 1900s with these dogs. You know, See, I don't know nothing about that. Around about that, you have to have documented stuff. I'm just talking about stuff that that's documented. You know what I'm saying? All that. A brother got to tell their story. If a brother don't tell their story, then it just is what it is. They unknown. They're gonna remain unknown. Anybody who don't want their story told, they're gonna remain unknown. Simple as that. I ain't the one to make up a story or exaggerate a story or try to, guess a story. If they got it, we want to hear it. We'll love to hear it. You know what I'm saying? But other than that, them unknowns, the same way I can take my dog off a pedigree right now, off online ped, and then some of these brothers' dogs will say unknown on it. It's the same way. And then when you start going back in the 1920, 1930, and 1910, you deserve to have unknowns in your pedigree. You don't really have brothers who can really say these dogs actually did come off this dog outside of, I'm guessing the registries and stuff like that. You know, but what we looking at Tombstone. I Now Tombstone, like I said, Tombstone, he had a little bit of he got a little bit of Kobe in him. Just look at the dogs that don't have no Kobe in them compared to their production rate. Do they produce better than the dogs that do got the Kobe stuff in them? And like I said, Eli is one of the dogs that don't have the Kobe stuff in them. Um, and then you turn around, you get a dog like we're gonna check Crenshaw's Rascal. Crenshaw's Rascal. Now Crenshaw's Rascal, you can see he's got all the Eli stuff at the top, so you know none of that's coming off the Kobe dogs. And then you got Fitzwater's Goldie. That has some Colby in it through Colby's Tinker and Scarlet right there. Some more of the lightener dogs at the bottom. So we got a little bit in that right there through Goldie. Bait Susie. Bait Susie is going back to Hubbard's Gip in the fourth. Hubbard's Bounce, same stuff. No Colby. Williams Red Cloud, still not going back any Colby. So in the Rascal dog, we got a tad bit through Fitzwater's Goldie. Let me see the Town Black dog. That's going back to Hubbard's Bounce. A lot of people went through Tudor's Dabo, which was the Hubbard's Bounce and all that stuff, and they don't have the Colby stuff in the dogs. When you go all the way back to when the dogs were created, you don't see Colby name in it. Now, let me check out Trans Rascal. See the difference. Let's see the difference in far as do any of those possess the Colby. All right. Now, Trans Rascals coming down off Hubbard's Bounce and the Covino stuff. No more Colby. Still no Colby. No Colby in these dogs. And we always ask, how was these dogs' production level? Maybe they needed a little splash of Colby in them and it would have spiced them up a little bit or something. I don't know. Maybe that's why they disappeared after their time. You know, nobody else wanted, or nobody else was actually seeking the line bred a Gip dog, a line bred a Bounce dog, and or Hubbard's or Covino Gimp dog. You know, now let's check out Greenwood's Jimmy Boots. Tudor's Dabo on top right there. Cannon's Black Shine. Black Shine is more Hubbard's Bounce. No Colby dogs. Check out the Heinzel. I looked at Heinzel Peter one time. That got some Colby stuff in it. The Heinzel's Peter, so he got it through the Heinzel dog right there. Check out Dee Dee coming down off the Bounce. No Colby in that. So we got it through the Peter. And let's see about the Clancy. Nope. None through the Clancy. Check the Taffy. None through the Taffy. Oh, yeah, we got something through the Taffy through got Peter back there deep. So we got it in the Clancy. We got it in the Peter and we got it in the Clancy and Jimmy Boots. Tudor's Tippy. Nope. Tudor's Baby. Nope. The Tudor dogs pretty much went running down off the Colby stuff for the most part. Your Colby dogs and your Tudor dogs are two different line of dogs. Tudor Spike. Nope. Got some Trice stuff in there. That same Trice stuff what they was speaking about with Red Boy. I'm not sure if it's the same dogs, but the same dog man, Trice. That's with Jimmy Boots. Just a tad bit of that Kobe in there. Now, let's check out Going Like Barney. Okay, Going Like Barney, Covino stuff on the top. Unknown. Covino's, Broderick, none of that. Covino's. Okay, that got some Kobe stuff in it right there. And that's a Clark Sport, though. All right, that dog, that got Kobe in it. Kobe's bunch right there. So Carvino's, Broderick, and Clark Sport both have Kobe in it. And the unknown in the dog, the bottom of the dog is unknown. Mr. Joe Carvino, unknown. So there's some Kobe in Going Like Barney. Going Like Barney does have some Kobe in him. And we hear about the record of Going Like Barney as well. I haven't really heard too much about his production level, though. Now let's check out Lonzo's Vindicator. Okay, you look at Vindicator, he's got the Dabo stuff coming from the Hubbard's Bounce, the Hansel's Bambi, Bambi. Check the Spider Dog out. She's Feely on that part. Unknowns. She's got the Kobe in her through Tudor's Fighting Peter. And several dogs on the bottom side. Kobe dogs in her. Okay, so that's Hansel's Bambi got the Kobe stuff in her. Two of the dogs right there. You don't got to go back in all these pedigrees to see what direction it was going. And then you got Kobe on the bottom side and some heavy bred Kobe dogs right there. Orday's Smokey and Orday's Jet. So Lonzo's Faith was a heavy Kobe dog. So Vindicator got that Kobe stuff in him as well. Now, what about Abraham's Queen of Hearts? She got it through Bolio, we know for sure off top right there, because Bolio got it in him. The boomerang stuff is coming down off that Rascal and that Bounce, and that don't got it in it. Maybe a dab, if any. Watt Sable, more Hubbard's Bounce and Rascal and Eli. Let's go to Gross Buck. Okay, it got the Orday stuff, and the Ordays. This particular Orday dog doesn't have. Yes, it does. Through the Hansel's Bambi dog back there. Anytime you see the Hansel's Bambi dog, you know that's a little bit of Kobe in it. So that boy will actually have a little bit of Colby in him through Bambi. Doom, doom. All right. Now after that, you got Ken Allen's Tornado. The Eli stuff. Then you got Divine's Little Black. No look up on that. Carver's Midnight Cowboy. The Eli stuff. Um, mm, mm, mm. Blind Billy them. Crenshaw's Sad Sack. Nothing in that. Divine's Patty. Eli Dog. None in that. Yeah, I went all the way back on that dog. That Red Devil dog. Creed's Fanny. Carvino. Feelies. Going back to Feely stuff when you look in the fourth for that. Now, just looking at it right offhand, I don't see any Colby in Tornado. And like I said, I could miss a dog or two here and there. And when I miss a dog, that's still making my not. My point is we talking the dogs that got heavier line bred Colby stuff in them compared to the ones that don't, or dogs that got more. You see the name Colby more in the pedigree. Now you got Jeep. Jeep is a uh, Eli Colby dog. When you look at how he's bred, he got the Colby through the La Passe stuff, and then he got the Eli on the bottom. So let me check something out real quick. Now Eli gonna have a little bit of Colby in him through Bambi. He'll have it through Bambi too as well. But other than Bambi, man, you see Bambi in the fourth generation 3 times throughout the 15, 16 dogs. And that's the same breeding. It's actuality, it's the same breeding except for the Arizona Pete dog right here that it took to her. So it was 2 Hubbard Bounce breedings and the Arizona Pete breeding. So they may be keeping a little bit of it in there, not much, just a splash of it here and there. But then you got other lines like pretty much the if you're going by the pedigrees and not considering whether the pair is wrong or right or not, Red Boy gonna be one of the most heavy bred Kobe dogs, modern day Kobe dogs that's relevant. And we talking line bred, top and bottom, not just one time in the pedigree. Because you got a dog that's just one time in the pedigree, you gotta hope his genes showing up. When you got a line bred dog, you done capture or you trying to capture something. So when it's line bred and you talking 2 or 3 or 4 generations, you should be done captured certain things. And you gonna know certain things when it comes to consistency. We talking about one dog in the pedigree, one Kobe dog in the pedigree, and it's in the 4th generation, and you still don't see Kobe named to the 5th and 6th and 7th generation. That dog gonna be pretty much, you just are hoping. You hoping you can get some of that. Now, Grand Champion Yellow has a high percentage of Kobe in him through the Red Boy stuff. Andy Cap, Andy Cap has a small percentage through the Bolio stuff. He has a larger percentage than what Eli has, and that's through the Bolio stuff. Through the Bolio, then you got Bull Boy Bob, Fitzwater Goldie, and I want to say Goldie has some in her. That's how the Bolio get in. And I'm not gonna keep clicking over and over and go way back, because right now looking at Bull Boy Bob, we already in the 70s and maybe the early 80s. When I go back to Bolio, we're in the 70s now. So anything I go back into the 4th generation, we from the 70s to the 60s, you know, possibly into the 50s, you know. So if I click on Rascal and then go anything behind Rascal, that's why I say we'll be way back, way back. If they ain't got no Kobe in it or no Kobe line bred dogs in it, at this point, they done weed away from the traits that man was running. Now let me check out Molly B. Molly B got the Eli, so we know she got a little tad bit through the Eli stuff, a splash. Then she got the little Palisades Ace, so she got some in it through that one. Through the Ace dog, Hansel Skeeter, she got it in through him, or her rather. Kobe Chopper got it in through him. So Molly B is a good bit of Kobe and Molly B. Kobe's, McGraw Snowball, that's coming off the Hubbard's Bounce and the Gip. Lonzo's Andy down there, Bounce and the Gip. But we got Bambi in the 4th generation as well. So she got a fair amount of that Kobe stuff in her up close. Like I said, man, I just wanted to talk a little bit about that Kobe stuff in them dogs and how many dogs actually have that stuff. But I do want to say this before I get up out here. Speaking about the Rottweiler pit bulls. You know, I will, debate, or not necessarily debate. We could talk about it. Anybody who think the black and brown pit bulls, it really don't matter at this point. Or I feel like they came later on down the line. I had to do a little research, and I'm gonna say it like this because we got pictures of every dog from back in the days except a black and brown dog. You don't see no pictures of no pit bull that's Rottweiler pattern. None of them old school pictures from the early 1900s, the late 1800s, the mid 1900s. You see brindle, black and white, cow patch. You even see buckskin. I got a buckskin picture, that I'll show you as well. But you don't see no tricolor dogs. You know, so I'm kind of convinced, that they went around to a more modern day time as well. We'll read something where something say about a black and tan, but the stuff that we reading is been wrote in modern day time, wrote about the old school. It wasn't wrote in the old school, it was wrote about the old school in modern day time. So I'm kind of convinced that until somebody show me something documented, a picture or something. We got a picture, like I said, I can show you. I got a picture of a buckskin, which is brown or cream colored dog with a black mask in black and white. No, um, yeah, El Polo Loco. Yeah, when it come to the blue, like I said, we take all stories and different things like that. But far as what we seeing, it's a, a a defect of them black dogs. When you breed them black dogs certain kind of ways, it's a defect from that, and you get your blue color dog. For the most part. But like I said, and I'm still asking, you know, we have yet to see one of them dogs that produce a litter full of blues. That means they don't possess the blue traits. At least if they got 10 dogs, produce 5 blues off that dog. You know, out of all the blues that came out. Now, what I need to be speaking to is the kennel that got the Bellins folk, Bellins kennels. They seem to have a good amount of blues coming off their dogs. So I need to talk to them and see if they producing blues off their studs, you know. But that's, that black and brown, man, you know, I have to see it. It ain't no I mean, you don't got no pictures of them. You don't have to look for pictures. You got pictures of red noses. You got pictures of white dogs, pit bulls. You got pictures of black ones, brindle ones. You don't got no pictures of no tri dogs. So I'm trying to figure out where y'all getting that from, that it was started from the beginning at. And y'all going by what y'all see talking about them bull terrier colors is that color, when that ain't what we going by. They never said anything documented about a black and brown bull terrier made the pit bulls. All the bull terriers we seen was white, and some of them had little spots in them. But y'all be comparing the modern day bull terrier to the bull terriers from back in the days, and that ain't the ones that they made them dogs off of. You know. So like I said, and if anybody got any pictures or any old school black and white pictures of the Rottweiler color pit bulls, I'd love to see them. Way before Mr. Sorrells and all them, back when Mr. Colby them had them. You know what I'm saying? And just because they say black and tan in an article, don't mean they mean Rottweiler pattern. They mean the dog had black and brown on them, or they say black and brown, or black and tan. You got to really look at the article that it's coming from a lot of the times. But yeah, man. Just a little bit of afternoon dog talk. Hope everybody having a great day, man. Starting your week off the right way. Um, tan and buckskin. I agree with that. Back in the days, they probably called buckskin tan. Back in the way back in the days, they probably call that tan. Man, I'm about to boot him out of here, man. That dude Ronald, he can go make another fake page, man. He gone. Bando for life. What's going on with you? What's going on with you, my brother? Big salute to Supreme Excellence in the building. Yes, sir, man. Just leave finishing the show off, man, with a little bit of that talk about the black and brown pit bull, far as being an original color or something like that. I was just saying I wanted to see some pictures of some black and white dogs. We got black and white red noses, and we know the red noses already came to America, created already. You know what I'm saying? All these dogs have. We got documented, or at least old school stories of the dogs already coming already created. So even when we come to talk about creating these dogs, Mr. Kobe them couldn't even create them. If they mix something into their dogs, they had to sneak it into it and don't tell you about it, because the dogs were created when they put their hands on the dogs already. They couldn't make no American pit bull. They can just add a special sauce in it and hope they line have the best stuff in it of the American pit bull that's already created already. Yep. The red noses, the Irish red noses, the Dudley Terriers, the pig skin dogs with the or the flesh skin nose dogs from Ireland. You know, hey, they already got one, man. I ain't gonna lie, man. I can't. Me myself, I wouldn't even feel right doing one, because I know where I can go compete in one at. You know what I'm saying? And if I want to up the ante, I can just put the bet out for anybody who I want to compete against. You know what I'm saying? If I want to make it some top dollar shit, far as my prize, then whoever I compete on, I know to put the money down. But I can't do it like that, really, man, because I know it's another brother that already doing it, and he doing his thing the right way. So it'd be easier for me to just fall in line. You know what I'm saying? Jump in the competition. You know, Sh- I mean, that's the way I look at it. You know, it's not enough cooperation with that man. Now I'm not talking about you, brother. I'm talking about in general. You know, if it was oh, you got a dog show going on over here, dog show going on. Nah, he got the only one, so I'm gonna rock with his, you know what I'm saying? And then you start getting 10 or 15 people doing dog shows or something. Yeah, that's different. But right now he the only one got it. So I ain't gonna be the one to compete against him. If I go to do one, they're gonna say, oh, it was 10 other ones out already, outside of him that other brothers going to, you know. So yeah, man. And then right now, we need all the competition we can get, Bando. You know what I'm saying? Shit, even if it ain't me or the next person, we need all the competition as far as if you got smoke or you want to compete against anybody. Need all the competition we can get in one group of folk, man, that doing the right things with these dogs. Now, hey, Ken Lightning, I heard about the Blue Paw Terrier. You speaking about the Blue Paw Terrier? I heard about that. Now, Now, see, this the thing. This the thing. And I'm not gonna say nobody's wrong or nobody's right. Because we all doing the same thing, reading something that somebody else got wrote down. None of us was there. But in order, I would say that the other blue pit bull has the blue Paul Terrier in it, or whatever y'all want to call it. That dog, that blue Paul Terrier dog. Because I would say the blue Paul Terrier can produce other blues. But we have yet to see a dog off Mr. Boudreaux Blues that coming off that black stuff, that Eli stuff. We have yet to see them dogs throw litters of blue dogs. So if they would have had the Paul Terrier in them, they would have able to be throw litters because they got it genetically. You know what I'm saying? They're not getting it genetically. They're getting it off default by close and tight breeding and all different kind of ways like that. But out of the last 50 years, you mean to tell me the only blue dogs that we have been coming up with so far, not saying that's all, the only ones have been the Boudreaux dogs cross tight, and I seen the Bellins stuff. However, Bellins getting their crosses, you know. So now I'm and like I said, I'm not talking about the other pit bulls that's blue dogs. That's considered pit bulls as well. Just the ones that's coming down off the Eli stuff and that Belling stuff that we done looked at their pedigrees and things like that. Man, that crazy that crazy joker done switched up a page or got somebody just as fool as him to come down there in my comments talking some bullshit. Hey, merch.net. Man, listen, I don't give a damn about you neither him. And I'm gonna leave it at that. Ride on it. I told y'all, man. That boy there is sicko. Sicko. How my brothers out there and across the country doing they though, man? Out there in Chicago, New York, Florida, California. It's not too hot today over on this side. Now I could do something like that. I could do something like that, man. That's great ideas. But me myself, I would have to sit down and figure out what's what with with old boy because I can't do nothing that's conflicting with what he got going on. Everything have to coincide like a big puzzle. You know what I'm saying? I ain't trying to take not one person from competing in what he got going on already. You know, and if I'm competing in it, I ain't got time to worry about making my own up. You know what I'm saying? I really don't got time to do it right now. I can compete in his and keep doing what I'm doing on my side of town. I want to compete. You know what I'm saying? I want to win. And if I'm hosting it, I can't compete if I'm hosting it unless it's a call out or something. El Polo said, "What I think about the Wallace dogs." I heard people talking good stuff about them. You know what I'm saying? I don't have nothing at all bad to say about them because I didn't own any of them. But I heard people talking good about it. If you know a particular Wallace dog, I can pull it up if you want me to look at the ped or something. A particular dog off the Wallace stuff. See, oh yeah. Hey, more power to you, Bando. If you do create one, man. If you start one, I'll compete in yours too. You know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, only way it's gonna be successful if you're doing it from the heart. You know what I'm saying? And if you're doing it, not talking about you, I'm just talking anybody in general. Anything you're doing, you gotta do it from the heart. If you do it because of what the next man doing or you trying to outdo them, it ain't gonna never really work. You gotta do that shit from the heart. But if you do it and you get it popping, I'll fuck with your shit too. And I'll promote your shit. And do whatever I can to help anybody who doing something positive with this breed, man. You know. But you know what I'm saying? I just gotta be real with you. That shit ain't easy, dog. You know what I'm saying? And a lot of people look over the hard work it takes and all the footwork it takes to get all that stuff done, man, and get the folk to rocking with you on that thing like that, man. I see it ain't easy, dog. You know what I'm saying? It ain't easy. Anybody can just say, oh, we gonna do a dog show or this and that, but you gotta have it, the foundation of that thing, man. You gotta have it, the structure of it, how you gonna do it, and how you gonna lay it out. Is it gonna work? You gotta go through the hard parts of it. And I seen them brothers do it, man. They doing it. And like I said, I don't see nothing wrong with it myself. You know what I'm saying? I don't see nothing wrong with it. And even if you're gonna start your own, it still be good to compete in theirs. You know what I'm saying? That way you can get some pointers. You know what I'm saying? You can see, because this is the thing. You either gonna look at it because there's nobody doing it. So you're gonna have to look at it. So you're gonna have to look at it, I say, to have some type of it's like a blueprint. You don't have to go by what they're doing, but you're gonna have to look at it to make sure you're not going by what they're doing. You know what I'm saying? Because other than that, people gonna say you're trying to copy this or copy that when there's already something out that's you know that's already going. So at the end of the day, man, I just think it'd be best, you know, just do it from the heart, dog. Yes, sir. And like I say, nobody can knock anybody doing positive with the dogs. We all don't got to be in the same ship, long as you got the same mission. Shit, you take 1,000 of them brothers and lead them the right way, doing whatever you doing, Bando, in your shows, and he got them 1,000 or some, lead them in his direction. We all accomplished the same goal and did it the right way. You know what I'm saying? So, and nobody lost. Shit, it's enough of dog brothers for everybody to share around at the end of the day. That's why I say, like, another thing about them channels, if we all had our own, we all have the same people looking at all our shows. But if we all had different people looking at all our shows, and we can share the same people, but we have a whole lot more, the community will be bigger. The main way you get the community bigger, for one, I don't know the whole way, but I know one of the ways is you keep a lot of them people that don't supposed to have dogs, keep the dogs out their hands, because they scare off the other people. They scare off the regular dog people that not trying to do all the crazy stuff and talk crazy stuff that they trying to do. They make them folk feel like they nobodies. Oh, you don't know nothing about pets or this or that or this or that. Some of them folk don't even deserve to have no damn dog in their hand. You know what I'm saying? And like I said, it just ruins the dog game, you know. Yeah, I think for the most part, the shows that I know of going on right now, the digital shows or show, I think it's pit bulls only. It could be other breeds. You have to check the website. Brother got a website you can go check out. Go check that website out, and it tell you all the guidelines and requirements and everything for the weekly contest, the monthly contest, the digital dog shows, and the call outs and everything. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, man, I ain't here to keep y'all here too long today. I just wanted to touch on a little bit of that Kobe stuff, man, and just talk a little bit of pedigrees and what's what in them backgrounds as far as some of them famous dogs and how close they was up in the Kobe stuff. And because of the fact that we always try to say the Kobe dogs are less looked for now or less searched for nowadays, when a lot of the more searched for dogs got a high percentage of Kobe dogs in them. you know. So that's it, man. Not to knock no dog, but I do got a documentary coming out. It probably be out today. Oh boy, it's about this shit here. This the video that took Raw Bull down. Boy, the document, this video right here, that I'm about to give y'all today. The stuff that I'm gonna show you in this video, this shit right here that got his ass in trouble, boy. And you do it to your damn self. I ain't gonna lie to you, man. I forgot. I almost forgot to mention it, yo. It'll drop in a few minutes. It'll drop in a little while. You know what I'm saying? But you look at that, man. It's gonna be some of the stuff that you've seen already. But look at it, and you see why folk in the situations they in and want to blame everybody else and want to keep all this stuff covered up so somebody else can fall in the trap with their foolery. You know what I'm saying? Y'all stay safe out there, man. Y'all stay legal out there. Y'all stay cool out there. And have a great day, man.